I had just moved to Bangalore for work, far from my hometown Udupi. We belong to a traditional Tulua family that deeply believes in Daiva, our guardian spirits. One of the most revered is Koti Chennaya, the divine twin warriors we pray to for protection. Soon after moving, something strange started happening. Every evening after I came back from work, I kept finding a small roll of long black hair on my bed, always in the same spot. At first, I thought it was some random coincidence, maybe something from the laundry, but it kept happening. I finally told my mom in Udupi. Being the devout woman she is, she prayed to our Daiva to watch over me. Weeks passed. One evening, I came home exhausted and picked up some sweets from Kanti Sweets on the way, my favorite. I ate dinner, left the sweets on the table, and fell asleep. Around midnight, my friend Manoj, who usually comes over on weekends, knocked on the door. I was surprised to see him on a weekday and at that hour. He didn't say a word, just smiled and walked in. I gave him a bedsheet to sleep in the hallway. Then I remembered the sweets. I offered him one. He smiled again and took a bite. I went back to sleep. Around 3 a.m., I was woken up again by another knock. It was Manoj and Anil. I was confused. How could Manoj be at that door again? I scolded them for going out so late to smoke and I let them in. I gave Anil a blanket and went back to bed, thinking maybe I would imagined seeing Manoj earlier. Next morning, they were both gone. I assumed they stepped out again. I made some chai and called Manoj. No answer. Then I called Anil. He picked up and said, I am on the way to your place. When he arrived, I asked where they went last night. He looked puzzled and said, What are you talking about? I was working late at that office. Manoj went out of town yesterday. We weren't here. I laughed nervously, thinking they were pulling a prank. But then Manoj arrived, fresh from his trip. He looked at the table and said, Hey, when did you buy Kanti sweets? And why is one half eaten? That moment froze time. I looked at the half eaten sweet, the one I clearly saw Manoj eat. But that Manoj never existed. The one from last night wasn't real. We all went silent. A cold chill passed through us. We packed our bags and rushed to Udupi that very day. By the time I reached home, I had high fever. I narrated everything to my parents and brother. My mother immediately went to Brahmana, who communicated with our Daiva. She didn't have to explain much. The moment she stepped in, the Daiva spoke first. You asked me to look after your son, alone in a city, far from home. So I did. Last night, I visited him and I accepted his offering. Yes, that was the day I truly believed, not just in the stories, but in the presence.